morning everybody, happy Monday. Welcome to my first ever vlog video thing. I'm so excited to get these going because I've told a lot of people I really want to get involved in making these videos, but I've never really just had the time to film properly, edit properly, and then put together a nice video that people will actually want to watch. So now that I've actually got the time, I'm real keen to do this. So for those of you who don't know me yet, my name is Josh Tukua. I'm 26 years old, originally from Wellington, New Zealand. I've relocated to Gold Coast, Australia. My mother is Chinese, my father is Fijian Chinese, and I came out looking like this. I am a powerlifter, currently weighing in at about 80 kgs, so I'm a bit chubby at the moment, but we will fix that. And yeah, that's me. I love to motivate, inspire, and educate, which is a massive reason why I enjoy making these, well, I am going to enjoy making these videos. So a little bit later on I'm going to be talking about the sumo deadlift because it is kind of what I would say is my strong point. So if you want to watch that stuff, you can skip ahead to the video and skip all the rest of this chit chat. But yeah, see you in the next clip. Yo, so my next competition is in November in New Zealand in Auckland, which is it's called the New Zealand Open, and it has some different weight categories. So I need to be under 80 kgs for this competition, which I am now a little bit over because I am a wee bit chubby, like we said before. But that's okay. So I'm currently on the summer shred. What I've been doing lately is I've been having smoothies. So I thought I would show you what the J Tukua special smoothie looks like. Let's get it. I always feel like making smoothies is a real, like, basic white girl thing. But here I am, making a smoothie. Basic. Not bad. I was worried about the protein powder because it's fruity milk cereal, which is a Fruit Loops flavor. I don't know how mixing that with like blueberries and banana and stuff would go, but I'm gonna give myself an 8 out of 10. Yeah, that's solid. This is the reason why I come here. I got my filter coffee. And this is a Nutella cruffin, which I accidentally cut in half before I got to show you guys, so I apologize about that. But so at the moment, I'm currently drinking a filter, which is an Ethiopian. This one has a bit of a lighter taste to it, so floral or kind of like fruity notes, which is kind of what you'd expect from an Ethiopian. Just a bit smoother, a little bit more complex, slightly earthy, which is really nice. I just got mail deliveries. I know what they are, but I was just gonna wait and open them on camera so everybody could see. Life of a vlogger, apparently. So, first parcel from City Strength. These are knee wraps. Now these will be for my competition in November, which I was talking about before. Now the competition does allow you to use knee wraps, so this should be interesting. I haven't used knee wraps properly in training consistently ever. However, there is cash monies on the line for this competition, so I'm gonna give it a good shot. These are the SBD ones. I'll probably do a review on them later actually. We'll see how they go. And then this box here, I'm super excited about. There's nothing more exciting than opening up parcels. It's almost like getting a Christmas present. You know when you get to that age where people stop buying you presents as a child, and then you have to start buying them for yourself. So every time you order something in the mail, it feels like you're getting Christmas. That's me right now. These bad boys. Oh! So I actually already have a pair of these. They're the Adidas Ultra Boosts, white on white. But I like them so much that I bought another pair. Also because they're white sneakers and I suck at keeping things clean. So I will probably use these ones for special occasions. Like a sick photo shoot. Because I do photo shoots all the time. And then I'll just keep my other ones for general gym shoes. But super happy that these come in the mail. This is awesome. Alright, let's get to the title of this vlog, Pulling with Josh Tukua. I pretty much wanted to run you guys through my sumo deadlift and a couple of the things that I see where people go wrong and where they can make small improvements. So here's my section on how to sumo deadlift, how to pull. Alright, step number 1, sumo deadlifting, foot position, where you're going to have your feet set up in the deadlift. Now, as a general rule of thumb, when I'm teaching my clients how to deadlift, I get them to put their midfoot just under the competition knurlings of the bar, and then we can work on things from there. So, I'm not saying that this is the exact right place to have your feet. Don't take it as that. I'm just saying it's a good starting point. If you haven't sumo deadlifted before, it's a great place to start, and we can always make adjustments. But, general rule of thumb, start with your midfoot under the knurlings of the bar. Alright, great. Our feet are in position. The next step is to brace. Now, what do I mean by bracing? Glad you asked. So, before people deadlift, you'll hear them taking a massive breath. Now, either through the nose or through the mouth, something along the lines of, and then they fill with air. Now, what happens to that air next is where people are going wrong. So, intermediate lifters and beginner lifters, the biggest mistake they make is that they take in this huge breath of air and then they just keep it up here in the chest and in the lungs. Now, that's the wrong place to keep the air. What we really want is to take that air in, and we want to be able to push it down into our torso and then brace hard against the belt. So don't leave the air in the lungs, you want it down here. Now with the air down here in the torso in the midsection, it allows a lot more support for the spine. It's going to help you maintain back position. It's just going to make the whole deadlift process a hell of a lot easier. By keeping the air up here in the chest, you've got a whole bunch between your chest and your waist without tension and without support, which is A, dangerous, and then B, it's going to be terribly uncomfortable. You'll get lightheaded and then you'll probably pass out. On the back of that as well, upper back tightness is super important. So you'll see me when I do a setup. It's also really important to, once you've braced, to tense everything in the upper body. So I'm talking your lats, you want your shoulders, you want your scapula retracted, you want your chest out big. This whole upper body maintains its position throughout the entire lift. So set up how you want your back to stay throughout the lift. And the next thing to do is to drop down into the deadlift position, so the start position. Fairly simple. All you want to do is make sure you maintain your back position, break at your hips first, and then bend your knees. You kind of want your knees to be tracking over your toes so that opens up the hips, and then just drop down and grab the bar. And when you're grabbing the bar, a couple of ways to grab it. I go for the alternating grip, which is one hand under, one hand over. The reason that I do this is that once the weights get a little bit heavier, it just makes it easier for me to hold on to them. Some people opt for the hook grip, which is where they squeeze the thumb with their first finger hard up against the bar, which hurts like a mofo. So if you do that, wow, because how? But yeah, so personal preference, try out, play with things, see how you go. Okay, cool, now we're all set up and we're ready to pull. Now let's not complicate this next step, because if you overthink it, it's just gonna turn out terrible. So it's just one movement, up and backwards. And then the best way to initiate this movement is by pulling your hips towards the bar before the bar comes off the ground. Now what this is going to do is it's going to allow you as a lifter to pull the slack out of the bar, and this all ties in with staying tight because that's what we want. So hips to the bar, slack out of the bar, and then once you can feel that weight in your hands, the weight will pop off the ground a lot easier. So stand up, pull through, chest big, make sure you maintain that upper back position, and then just go with it. Okay, cool, and then the last step is just to lock out. So what we're doing here is as soon as the barbell passes your knees, think about tensing your glutes and then just forcing your hips forward as fast and violently as possible. So you're pretty much hip thrusting is super hard to get that weight all the way up. Now at full extension and at lockout, your knees should be locked, your hips should be locked, and your shoulders should be back. and you should be fully locked all the way through, everything's still tight, and there's your deadlift. So I'm going to end the vlog here, but I just want to say thank you so much for watching, for sticking around to the end. It's been lots of fun making this video, and I'm real keen to get some more done. So I'm going to try to put these out at least once a week, if all goes well. Fingers crossed. And I'll try to come up with some good content for you. If there's anything you want to hear about, or you've got any questions, either message me on Instagram or leave it in the comments below, and I'll get round to them at some stage. But again, thank you so much. If you could like the video and subscribe to the channel, that would be wicked, and I will catch you next week. See ya.
Can't true, at least that's what I thought until I saw you here alone and you looking like you haven't had a